and Deepspace has made history. Over the course of last few days, they have done it again, yet for all the wrong reasons. We have decided to cancel both the launch and any further development of the new love interest, Valko. We also commit that no additional love interests will be introduced in future content plans. First, I will cold-headed dive deep into everything that has unraveled and I feel like contributed to whatever is happening right now. I will also share my personal thoughts and feelings at the end. When Valko's teaser dropped, it divided fans into several categories. Those who got excited about the new love interest, those who did not like him for numerous reasons, those who liked him but were concerned about the lack of content for other allies as well as for him, and a few other subcategories which were sort of like a mix and match of everything mentioned above. Now, it is worth noting that according to at least my personal observation, from what the algorithm at least has been showing to me, Valko's reception did not improve upon his full trailer release domestically, but it did improve globally, and many players have been smitten by him. Despite there being CN players who genuinely really liked him, domestically it did feel like it made matters even worse, to the point where Infold had to release a statement, saying that Valko's content has been purposefully misinterpreted and twisted by bad actors. Disclaimer, I do not speak the language, so I could not fact check some of the things that I'm about to say, so you would have to do your own research. The update showcased a boiling pot. Some felt that it is incredibly sensitive because apparently there's been an incident where a woman lost her life because her partner used a boiling pot to take her life. Another issue brought up has been Valko's breaking and entering, as well as him being forceful toward MC, as well as something along the lines of inviting the wolves in, allegedly mirroring a stalker situation that made it to the news. To add fuel to the fire, some players started pointing out that one of the World Underneath stories containing a number related to experiments on humans, specifically 731. Now, this is a very real number. It's related to Unit 731, which was Imperial Japanese Army that has conducted experiments on predominantly Chinese civilians. To put it mildly, stuff that I read about it was atrocious. Now, what I think actually happened. Infold has heavily neglected one of the most well-known things any game developer should know, specifically QOL, 3 words that would have prevented everything that has happened. It stands for quality of life improvements, meaning that you tweak and improve things that the game already has instead of adding new features on top of it. We all know what we have been asking for the last 2 years. This isn't an excuse to the smear campaign that has taken place, but it's just me trying to understand the reason behind it, and the reason being a misplaced anger and frustration that has been taken out on a character. On top of that, that's just another important thing to keep in mind. As a game developer, you should be constantly working with both creative consultants and cultural consultants, as well as risk managers and so on. For once, I would actually like for the company to take accountability, because I feel like content creators have been, constantly doing heavy lifting for them, explaining everything about the game and so on. Now onto my personal thoughts and feelings. Just like a lot of players, I feel like a lot of global players as well, I was really excited about Valko. I even created a new account just to main him there. I was concerned about the main story updates and content for him because I know the drill, and I fully understood that the new guy would be getting the same treatment as Silas and Caleb. Right? Removing the character does not solve any of the problems. What it does instead, it actually creates a precedent. If you bully someone enough, they are going to break and give you what you want. Despite the game being global, it does feel like domestic takes have more say in what the game has to have or should not have, as well as normalizing this kind of behavior. If there was at least something truthful in the statement that they released, is that they caused a lot of distress. It is very true, because I have seen my friends cry, being very upset. Some players quit the game entirely, and it's just very disheartening. At the end, we did get some changes. Raphael's myth is going to be revealed in July. Caleb and Silas are going to make an appearance in the main storyline in September and November, respectively. But at what cost? It is up to you how you would like to move forward. If you would want to take a break, quit the game, join the Bring Valko Back campaign, just how it started right as I'm making this video, or quit spending on it. Money is the only language that companies speak. What I suggest we all do next, we put our phones down, go make ourselves a cup of tea, read a nice book, watch a good movie, talk to a friend, because whatever's happening inside this screen exists only there. And I understand that the damage and sort of the feelings when you were invested is very real, and it is very valid, of course, but it is also very important to take care of yourself. One last thing I would like to add: indies would never. Go play a game where you do not have to pay AAA price for 30 minutes of gameplay. If you have some of your favorite indie titles, drop them in the comment section. I, for instance, am going to be playing Salvos Aries and Gone Home next.